of alcohol, drugs, and prescription medicines in our schools and keep it away from our children. I will help educate our children about the use of alcohol and drugs. Being the president of an HOA, I am responsible for the bi-monthly newsletter. My motto is, if I see it, hear it, or smell it, I've got Groveland on speed dial. I'm not afraid to use it. I would be honored to be a part of all this future growth as an elected official of Groveland. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Good evening. I'd first like to thank all you folks for coming out to Groveland's campaigns forum, and also like to extend a special thanks to tonight's inaugurator, Mr. Kirk Benny, and the South Lake Chamber of Commerce for sponsoring tonight's event. First, I'd like to start with a little about myself. My name is Tim Lowes. My family relocated to West Orange County when I was 2 months old. I, as well as most, consider myself a native. My wife Susan and I moved to Groveland in 2007. Growing up in a small town, much like Groveland, Susan and I liked Groveland's small town atmosphere. It wasn't long before I discovered Groveland had some of the same issues that West Orange County faced during the housing boom in the early mid-2000s. My background suited the needs of Groveland perfectly. I felt the only way to help resolve these issues was to become part of the solution. I was elected to Groveland City Council District 3 in 2010 and appointed Vice Mayor in November 2011. Much of my first term in office was spent in the field of municipal infrastructure improvements and planning. I've been employed by Reedy Creek Energy Service at Walt Disney World for the past 25 plus years. This allows me to bring Groveland a wealth of knowledge and experience in municipal infrastructure planning. For those of you who don't know much about municipal infrastructure, at the heart of every city in the United States, municipal infrastructure entails services such as potable water or drinking water, distribution, wastewater collection and treatment, reclaim production and distribution, electric power production and distribution, as well as stormwater control systems, just to name a few. Although an often overlooked and unrecognized field, without these essential services, the reality is cities such as Groveland do not experience future growth. My education spans a lifetime and still continues today. High school graduate, Clemson University, Maintenance Management, Walt Disney University, Advanced Microsoft Access Database Management, 25 years of experience in municipal infrastructure, American Honda Motor Company Certified Honda Technician, American Honda Motor Company Certified Service Manager, elected municipal official graduate, advanced elected municipal official graduate, along with other numerous training and education seminars. Why am I running for Groveland Council? I believe I can answer this in a few simple statements. My first reason is to continue to ensure Groveland builds a solid foundation as well as an affordable system of municipal infrastructure that will serve our city's current and future population for decades to come. My second and most compelling reason is I feel that any successful city in America must be built on two main factors. The first being a solid moral foundation, the second being a sustainable and affordable municipal infrastructure system capable of carrying our city into the future. One of my primary college qualifications for running for office, I possess over 25 years of experience in municipal infrastructure and planning with Reedy Creek Energy Services at Walt Disney World. This experience allows me to bring a wealth of knowledge to Groveland in regards to providing our citizens with an affordable and sustainable system of municipal infrastructure. I possess and have demonstrated during the first term in office the ability to compromise and work through complicated land ownership and infrastructure issues. This was necessary in order to accomplish smooth property and permitting transitions and jumpstart new home building in our city. The ability to understand the requirements of Groveland City as well as the needs of Groveland and its current population. I am of the belief to become a successful city in America, one must stand firm on the belief that no people, however great numbers or resources, however strong in their justice of their cause, will prosper without first knowing the very principles this great country was founded on. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today, and please visit us on the web at www.voteloudforgroveland.com. Thank you.
In addition to seat 1 and seat 3, we have one other contested race in the city of Groveland, and that is council seat number 5. The challenger for that seat is Mr. Willie Dykes. Unfortunately, due to the short notice of this forum, Mr. Dykes already had a commitment, so he can't be with us tonight. However, the current holder of that seat, Mr. John Griffin, is.
First of all, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, I wouldn't be here. I would like to thank the moderator, I'd like to thank the South Lake Chamber of Commerce, and I would like to thank you that came out tonight. The reason that I'm here tonight, well, let me tell you a little bit about me. I've been on the city council in November, be 10 years. I was born in Groveland, October the 30th, 1944. If you want to know anything about Groveland, I can tell you. Most of all, I love this city called Groveland. I loved it before a lot of people even came here. At this very spot where you're sitting was the movie theater where I used to come and see Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, Les LaRue, Hopalong Cassidy. I was glued to the theater. And this very spot is sort of like a holy spot to me. Here at Groveland, I've seen the good and I've seen some bad. But most of all, I would like for my city to flourish. I would like for my city to be a safe place for people with their children, they can walk. And I always was a proponent against drugs. And I will always, to the day I die, against drugs here in Groveland. Well, people say, oh, no, we don't have that much drug problem. Yes, we do. And something got to be done about it. Also, here in Groveland, I see there's a lot of talent here in the city that can be used to bring the city to the highest level that it can be brought to. And also, I believe you love Groveland. And undoubtedly, me hanging around 10 years, there got to be some trust in me. I've been in business for 36 years, my sign business, and I still have work. So someone trusts me. But I can say a whole lot of things that I've been involved with, talk about the niceties that the city council has brought, you know those things. But most of all, I want you to know that this is my hometown. I love this city. I want the best for the city, and I want the best for you. And I would like to say thank you very much.
Our introductory phase, we're now moving on to the question and answer. Our first question will be for Mr. Gerber. Sir, what do you see as the #1 issue facing the city of Groveland, and what actions would you take in regards to it?
Well, number one thing I see is jobs. We're trying to work on getting the Groveland Commerce Park done for over 5 years now. If you look at the population projections for Groveland over the next 18 years, Groveland will see the largest increase of any city in Lake County, more than double to over second place. We need to have roads and infrastructure in place and ready to go. Right now, there's no company going to buy property where they have to wait almost a year for roads to be built before they can be build their own buildings. We can do a public-private partnership and get the infrastructure complete with no out-of-pocket expenses. There are 3 companies right now that are willing to take this project on. Right away, the property that has been traded will go back on the tax roll, and the CRA will also have a partner to help maintain the property. The city needs to be more user-friendly towards new businesses coming into the road. With my experience in construction and the businesses feel that I can make a big difference in getting this done. Thank you.
Well, the #1 issue is the economy and the lack of jobs. And unfortunately, there's not much we can do about it because Groveland doesn't have a lot of businesses that are hiring. Well, there's a lot of companies that are just not hiring. There's just too many unemployed people. And completing infrastructure, bringing business in would bring in jobs, and that would help a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'll take a question.
Groveland faces a number of issues. I can't truthfully say that one issue takes precedence over another. I looked at this, the first issue that I think Groveland faces is the ability to provide our current and future populations with sustainable and affordable water sources. Over the past 2 years as City Councilman, I've addressed one of the most overlooked important factors in the future of Groveland's economic health. That is, that Groveland maintain the ability to provide a sustainable water source at an affordable cost to our current and future citizens. We have achieved milestones in 2 short years and currently pursuing additional long-term solutions to the issue. This is being accomplished through collaborative efforts with the South Lake Regional Water Initiative I spearheaded in 2011. At my urging, we are currently beginning construction on the Eagle Ridge Reclaimed Water Distribution Facility. The system will incorporate interconnection capabilities to adjacent cities. This feature will also ensure Groveland the ability to supply an uninterrupted supply of high-quality reclaimed water for Groveland irrigation. This is the first phase of the citywide reclaimed water distribution system. The system will also allow for further decreases in Groveland's dependency on groundwater withdrawals. The advantage of the system is it will free up Groveland's ability to obtain future groundwater withdrawal allocations from St. John's River Water Management District for future growth. Without these additional groundwater allocations, all future development and growth in the city will be severely impeded, if not stopped completely. The second issue is to stabilize Groveland's current property values. The first step in accomplishing this will be to ensure Groveland is using the most progressive and modern-day approach to how it spends the taxpayers' dollars. By adjusting the way our city is currently doing business, as well as like City Hall, we must recognize the economic environment we currently live in. I believe this will allow for stabilization of our current property tax rates and utility rates. The advantage of this step is Groveland will become extremely attractive and competitive to new business, new citizens, as well as new development.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Griffin, what is your number one issue?
I think the most recent issue that I should address, of course, the economy, state of affairs, nationwide, that trickle down to here in Groveland. Stormwater management, I think, is a very issue that we should look at. At this time, there is a sense of urgency at hand. Southeast of us here, there are people got water standing in their front yards. When you think of water management, you think of getting chemicals and other things out of the water. You first have to get into a lake or a tributary that holds the water. But we got a problem in here in Groveland, over this Hispanic neighborhood, that people can hardly get out of their yards because it's still muddy and there's no way for the water to run. Also, when you're dealing with standing water, you're dealing with mosquito-borne diseases. Here in Orange County, they are dealing with the St. Louis encephalitis outbreak in Orange County. Also, mosquitoes bring on West Nile virus, malaria, dengue fever.